Let's address the giant, vibrating elephant in the room. We all know it exists. We've all probably met it in the wee hours of the night or day. No judgment here. Yes, my friends, I'm talking about masturbation. That's right, the big M word. The one that used to be whispered in hushed tones, but let's be honest, is probably more common than binge watching Netflix shows. And you know what? That's fantastic. For too long, this perfectly natural and healthy act has been shrouded in shame and secrecy. We're fed ridiculous myths and told to feel embarrassed about something that's as natural as, well, breathing, almost. But here's the thing, masturbation is awesome. It's fun, it feels good, and it's good for you. And it's high time we started talking about it openly and honestly. So, buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to embark on a hilarious and informative journey into the world of self-love. We'll debunk some myths, explore the science behind the pleasure, and celebrate the joy of getting to know our own bodies. Because let's face it, life's too short to deny ourselves this simple pleasure. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Let's be real. Stroking one off or flicking the bean is probably the world's most popular hobby. Think about it. It's free, readily available, and you can do it pretty much anywhere. Within reason, of course. But you don't need any fancy equipment. Although a little creativity never hurt anyone. And the best part, you're guaranteed a good time. No awkward first dates, no disappointing performances, just pure, unadulterated pleasure. But for some reason, despite its universal appeal, we're still tiptoeing around the topic. It's the elephant in the room nobody wants to acknowledge, even though we're all thinking about it, probably more often than we'd like to admit. But why all the secrecy? Why the shame? It's time to ditch the stigma and embrace the joy of self-love. Wanking your juicy bits is normal, it's healthy, and it's definitely nothing to be ashamed of. It's time we started treating it as such. So the next time you're feeling stressed or bored or just in the mood for a little self-care, remember this. You have a built-in stress reliever, a boredom buster, and a pleasure provider right at your fingertips, literally. So go ahead, give yourself some love, you deserve it. Now, before you think this is all just a bit of fun and games, let's get serious for a moment and talk about the science behind the pleasure. Because yes, there's actual science behind it. When we engage in self-pleasure, our brains light up like a Christmas tree. We release endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that have mood-boosting and pain-relieving effects. It's like a runner's high, without the sweaty gym clothes. But the benefits of rubbing one out goes beyond just feeling good in the moment. Studies have shown that regular self-love can actually improve your overall health and well-being. It can help reduce stress and anxiety, improve sleep quality, and even boost your immune system. Who knew that something so pleasurable could also be so good for you? And let's not forget the sexual benefits. Choking the chicken can help you learn about your body, explore your desires, and figure out what feels good. It can also help improve your sexual responsiveness and make sex with a partner even better. It's like practice for the main event. So there you have it. Pulling your dick or rubbing your clit is not only enjoyable, but it's also good for your mental, physical, and sexual health. Science says so. We all know life can be stressful. Work deadlines, relationship drama, that never-ending to-do list. It can all feel a bit overwhelming at times. But fear not, my friends, because there's a simple, free, and readily available solution to all your stress-related woes. Masturbation. That's right. A little self-love can go a long way in melting away the stress of the day. Think about it. When you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode. Your muscles tense up, your heart rate increases, and your mind races. Fucking yourself helps to counteract these physical and mental effects by releasing endorphins, those magical little chemicals that have mood-boosting and relaxing effects. It's like a mini vacation for your mind and body. And the best part? You don't need to book a flight, pack a suitcase, or even leave your house. Just find a comfortable spot, dim the lights, and let your worries melt away. It's the ultimate form of self-care, and it's available to you 24/7. So the next time you're feeling the pressure, remember you have a built-in stress reliever right at your fingertips. Use it. You deserve it. Ever notice how, after a good self-love session, you just feel better, more confident, more radiant, more comfortable in your own skin? Well, there's a scientific reason for that too. Massaging your no-no spot doesn't just feel good physically, it also does wonders for our mental and emotional well-being, including our self-esteem. Think about it. When you allow yourself to experience pleasure, to explore your body, to celebrate your sensuality, you're essentially saying yes to yourself. You're acknowledging your needs, honoring your desires, and embracing your sexuality. And that, my friends, is a powerful act of self-love. And when you love yourself, it shows. You carry yourself differently. You radiate confidence, you attract positive energy. It's like a secret weapon that makes you feel unstoppable. So the next time you need a little confidence boost before a big presentation, a first date, or just a regular Tuesday, remember the power of a little self-love. It might just be the secret to unlocking your inner rock star. Because when you feel good about yourself, you can achieve anything. Let's be honest, our bodies are amazing. They're capable of incredible things, from running marathons to creating life. But somewhere along the way, we've been taught to be ashamed of our bodies, to hide them away, to view them as something to be controlled and contained. And that's a real shame, because our bodies are meant to be enjoyed. And what better way to enjoy our bodies than through the power of touch? Stroking your cock or rubbing your clit is the ultimate form of self-exploration. It's a chance to get to know every inch of your body, to discover what feels good, to experiment with different sensations. It's like a treasure map, and you're on a quest to uncover all the hidden pleasures. But here's the thing, there's no right or wrong way to explore your body. What feels good for one person might not feel good for another, and that's perfectly okay. The important thing is to listen to your body, to be present in the moment, and to enjoy the journey of self-discovery. So, go ahead, give yourself permission to explore. You might be surprised by what you find. For far too long, playing around with your genitals has been relegated to the shadows, shrouded in shame and secrecy. We've been fed a steady diet of misinformation, myths, and outright lies about the supposed dangers of self-pleasure. Remember that old wives' tale about going blind? Yeah, that's complete nonsense. Fingering your hole is a normal, healthy, and natural part of being human. It's time we started treating it as such. Thankfully, the tide is slowly but surely turning. We're starting to see more open and honest conversations about sex and sexuality, including having a good wank. We're moving away from the shame and stigma of the past and embracing a more sex-positive future where pleasure is celebrated and our bodies are seen as sources of joy, not shame. And this shift in perspective is long overdue. By embracing masturbation as a normal and healthy part of life, we're removing the shame and secrecy that has surrounded it for far too long. We're creating a space where people can talk openly about their experiences, their desires, and their bodies without fear of judgment. So, let's keep the conversation going. Let's normalize masturbation and create a world where everyone feels comfortable exploring their sexuality and embracing their pleasure. At its core, masturbation is about more than just physical pleasure. It's about self-love, self-acceptance, and self-care. It's about honoring our bodies, listening to our desires, and giving ourselves permission to experience joy. In a world that often tells us to deny our pleasure, to put our needs last, to conform to unrealistic expectations, masturbation is a radical act of self-care. When we stroke our cocks and massage our clits, we're taking time for ourselves. We're tuning out the noise of the world and tuning into our own bodies. We're giving ourselves permission to feel good, to relax, to let go. And in a world that's constantly demanding our attention, our energy, and our time, taking even a few minutes for ourselves can make a world of difference. So the next time you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just in need of a little self-love, remember the power of a little self-pleasure. It's a gift you can give yourself anytime, anywhere. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. Because when you embrace your pleasure, you embrace yourself. Well, there you have it, folks. We've laughed, we've learned, and hopefully we've broken down some of the stigma surrounding this perfectly natural and enjoyable act. Making ourselves come is something to be celebrated, not shamed. It's a healthy, normal, and fun part of being human. So, let's keep the conversation going. Let's talk to our friends, our partners, and even our kids about sex and sexuality in an open and honest way. Let's create a world where everyone feels comfortable exploring their bodies and embracing their pleasure. And most importantly, let's all give ourselves permission to enjoy the simple pleasures in life, like a good self-love session, because life's too short to deny ourselves a little bit of happiness. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date with myself.